This video shows the updates to use as filter feature for charts control. We retrieve data from 2 scripts and we chart one by one. Once we created some additional charts targeting same results set, we set one of the chart as being used as a filter, meaning that all the other charts retrieving data from that result set will be subject to the filter of our selection. We managed to change the label color and to keep the same data during the moving or resizing events of the related charts. Implementing this feature required the creation of few new properties and the modification of the code in multiple places, which might lead, most probably, to other feature not working as expected. One of the features implemented in the past for charts control was the exporting of the chart state to disk exactly like Power BI does, and we can load that data from the disk and recreating the charts. That part of functionality was not tested, hence will require fixes. In order to check for how use as filter behaves, when we have charts targeting multiple result sets, we executed a second script and enable filtering for it also. It seems is working as expected. I noticed also that the resizing or moving of the chart used as filter loses its selected label, which means that we need to add additional code to make the label foreground same as it was. In our case, tan, when it's selected. Another thing is that we created the code for x-axis labels, but for charts of different type, the host name will become y-axis labels, which means that some additional check needs to be performed in the places where we check that the label selected is part of x-axis labels. To summarize the status, we can say that this feature can be implemented in time, and all the missing things can be addressed in order to enhance its functionality and cover all the operations we might perform in the control. Another thing that was not tried was how the code will behave if our charts are already filtered using the filter option. All of these requires time and tests, which cannot be done by a single person using a single computer. I believe a team of maintainers joining forces can each address different scenarios in order to check for issues and identify or solve these issues. Next post I believe will cover 1. The label foreground of the selected label for a chart used as filter during the moving operations or resizing operations. 2. Why clicking another label in the same chart is not triggering the filter and we need to click it again. If you check closely, when I click any other host name or environment name, while one is already selected, the related charts revert back to unfiltered and an additional click is needed to filter them with a new value. 3. The redraw of the canvas based on the filter should always position those on top of everything else, otherwise some of the charts while moving around the screen might be covered by other canvases which were created later. These might seem like a lot, but I'm sharing these things to grasp the complexity of adding a new feature and also to grasp the complexity of the applications we usually use and how hard it is to achieve a smooth transition and to keep everything in place.